In the ancient world, no empire was mightier than Babylon, and at its head was King Nebuchadnezzar, the most powerful man on earth. His capital city, Babylon, was a monument to his power and ego, a place where his commands were treated like words from heaven itself. Living within this empire were three remarkable Jewish exiles: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They had earned high-ranking positions in the king's government, but their ultimate loyalty wasn't to the king, it was to their unseen God, and that faith was about to be tested in a trial by fire. In the heart of the mighty Babylonian Empire, a towering 90-foot golden statue demanded to be worshipped. For these three young men, a simple act of defiance would lead to a terrifying choice: bow to the king's idol or be thrown into a raging furnace. This is the story of a faith so powerful it was tested by fire, and the stunning miracle that left a king and his entire kingdom speechless. Riding high on military victories, King Nebuchadnezzar ordered a colossal golden statue to be built. Then came the decree. When a grand orchestra played, every official in the empire must fall down and worship it. The penalty for refusal? To be immediately thrown into a blazing, fiery furnace? For the king, this was a demand for total spiritual surrender. For most, the choice was easy: bow and live. But for three men in that crowd, the king's order was an impossible choice. The moment came. A blast of horns, flutes, and lyres erupted across the plain. Thousands of powerful people dropped to their knees. But in the middle of this sea of bowing bodies, three men remained standing: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Their defiance didn't go unnoticed. Jealous advisors rushed to the king, tuttling, "Your Majesty, these men are ignoring you. They refuse to worship your gold statue." Nebuchadnezzar exploded in a rage and had them dragged before him. "Then what God," the king sneered, "will be able to rescue you from my hand?" Their response is one of the bravest declarations of faith ever recorded. "King Nebuchadnezzar," they replied, "the God we serve is able to deliver us from the blazing furnace. But even if he does not, we want you to know that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up." Their faith wasn't a deal. Their obedience didn't depend on a rescue. Seeing this, Nebuchadnezzar's rage boiled over. He screamed the command, "Heat the furnace 7 times hotter than usual." The furnace was stoked until the heat blasting from it was a physical force. The king's strongest soldiers tied up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. As the soldiers threw them inside, the fire was so powerful that the flames lashed out and instantly killed the guards. King Nebuchadnezzar watched, expecting to see them consumed. But what he saw next made him leap to his feet. He turned to his advisors, his voice trembling. "Weren't there 3 men that we tied up and threw into the fire?" They answered, "Certainly, Your Majesty." "Look," the king shouted, his voice a mix of terror and awe. "I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods." Inside the very fire that had killed his own elite soldiers, 4 figures were walking calmly, and with them was a 4th glorious figure, who many believe was a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus Christ, who stepped into the furnace to be with his faithful followers. The furnace, meant to be a tool of terror, had become a stage for divine power. Humbled and awestruck, the king walked as close as he dared. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out, and from the middle of that impossible fire, the 3 men simply walked out. The king's officials crowded around them, their faces masks of disbelief. Not a single hair on their heads was singed. Their clothes weren't scorched, and they didn't even smell like smoke. The stunned silence was broken by the king. Praise